Hey guys, what's up? I'm reading out of the Bible here in John chapter 1. So it says, God became a human. In the beginning, the Word already existed. The Word was with God, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God. God created everything through Him, and nothing was created except through Him. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and His life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. God sent a man, John the Baptist, to tell about the light so that everyone might believe because of his testimony. John himself was not the light. He was simply a witness to tell about the light. The one who is the true light, who gives light to everyone, was coming into the world. He came into the very world he created, but the world didn't recognize him. He came to his own people, and even they rejected him. But to all who believed and accepted him, he gave the right to become children of God. They are reborn, not with a physical birth resulting from human passion or plan, but a birth that comes from God. So the Word became human and made his home among us. He was full of unfailing love and faithfulness, and we have seen his glory, the glory of the Father's one and only Son. John testified about him when he shouted to the crowds, "This is the one I was talking about when I said, 'Someone is coming after me who is far greater than I am, for he existed long before me.'" So let's look at the commentary here. John wrote to believers everywhere, both Jews and non-Jews, Gentiles, as one of Jesus' 12 disciples. John writes with credibility and the details of an eyewitness. His book is not a biography like the book of Luke. It is a thematic presentation of Jesus' life. Many in John's original audience had a Greek background. Greek culture encouraged worship of many mythological gods, whose supernatural characteristics were as important to Greeks as genealogies were to Jews. John shows that Jesus is not only different from, but superior to these gods of mythology. So, John 1 FF. What does John mean by the Word? The Word was a term used by theologians and philosophers, both Jews and Greeks, in many different ways. In Hebrew Scripture, the Word was an agent of creation. Psalm 33:6, the source of God's message to his people through the prophets. Hosea 4:1, and God's law, his standard of holiness. Psalm 119:11. In Greek philosophy, the Word was the principle of reason that governed the world, or the thought still in the mind, while in Hebrew, thought. The Word was another expression of God. John's description shows clearly that he is speaking of Jesus. See especially John 1:14. A human being he knew and loved, but at the same time the creator of the universe, the ultimate revelation of God, the living picture of God's holiness, the one who holds all creation together. Colossians 1:17. To Jewish readers, to say this man, Jesus, was God was blasphemous. To Greek readers, the Word became human. John 1:14 was unthinkable. To John, this new understanding of the Word was the good news of Jesus Christ. So, let's look here. This is something they found right here. Let's read it. One and only God. The most exciting and significant discovery of biblical manuscripts since the Dead Sea Scrolls was discovered in the Dishna Plain east of Nile River in Egypt. Several of these manuscripts are known as the Bodmer Biblical Papyri, which include 2 early manuscripts of John's Gospel. John 1:18 is an important verse in showing that Jesus was called God in Scripture, but there is a difference in the Greek manuscripts of this verse. The Greek monotheist theos, one and only God, was attested in some early manuscripts, but many later manuscripts read monogenes hulos, one and only God. Instead, however, the discovery of 2 second-century papyri, P66 and P75, both of which read theos, tipped the balance. It is now clear that monogenes theos is the earlier reading and most likely to be original. This is translated as the unique one, who who is himself God. So that's a lot to cover there. Jesus was the Word in the beginning. It says, and the Word gave life to everything, and he brought light to everyone. It says, in the beginning the Word already existed. So he existed before time began. The Word was with God. The Word was with God in the beginning, and the Word was God. He existed in the beginning with God, and God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. So there you have it, guys. That's pretty much self-explanatory. Jesus was with God in the beginning, and he was God. And he's called the Word in this gospel. We'll get into that later. But that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave your comments. And peace. God bless.